One of the things that I appreciate most about this panel is that you're seeing we're moving all the way across the country, from right here in Virginia and up to Maine, and now we're going out to my part of the country because we have Leo Lesh from Denver, Colorado. There's several things that make Leo a particularly good person to speak on this panel today. And by the way, some of you may know that this is Farm to School Month, the very first Farm to School Month that there has ever been. And Leo Lesh has been a leader in that. In fact, he got a grant to see if they could do sustainable farming on school grounds. So they are now purchasing 35% of their local products. They do things like natural beef and bison. But I think it's also good. We've seen some medium-sized districts, smaller districts endorse us, but now we're going to talk about some really big districts. And it really matters when you consider the scale, the numbers of students that these people are feeding. And in the Denver district, there is lunch in 81 schools, and all schools also have a universal free breakfast, a very critical meal that Senator Collins did such a nice job of talking about. Leo.
Good afternoon. We've already implemented a lot of these new guidelines. As last year, we went to a fully scratch cooking operation. And so we've increased fresh fruits and vegetables, and this is sort of what our experience has been, is that some of these new rules may limit, again, my ability to purchase from local farmers, from local ranchers. These are products, potatoes and corn that kids like, that are on the menu. They're very high, nutrient rich, and they're the least expensive. So that gives me an opportunity cost then of buying more naturally fed beef from Colorado and more bison from Colorado that we can use as lean meat, and it's products that parents and kids want. Antibiotic free, no growth hormones, all those kind of stuff, clean label. So I think that the cost again is something that's going to hurt. We do have a universal free breakfast program. It's free no matter what your economic status is. All of our schools, we have a universal free lunch program in 81 schools. Those are in jeopardy if my costs keep increasing. And you got to remember, it's not just the cost of this. When you add more fresh fruits and vegetables, you've got refrigeration costs. We buy it from the farmer, so we have to slice and dice ourselves. So there's labor costs, there's knife costs, there's sharpening, salad spinners. So all of those things are costs, and now we're adding one more with these kind of costs. And so at some time it gets to break the bank, as we are kind of in a nickel and dime business. I think also that when you increase portion size, and what we've seen when we do plate weight studies, that these ECE through 6th, 7th grade, they have a tough time eating what they have. And now we're going to have them eat more, and they don't have time to eat what they have. And so I think our plate wastes are going to be tough to deal with. Again, as stated, we have a very robust farm to school program and a school garden to cafeteria program. These are what kids want to grow. It helps them in the education process, so it's very important, I think, that we keep those things up. And again, when you start limiting these things, it gives the students the impression that these aren't good, nutritious things. And they are, and so we don't want to have that impression. It may decrease participation and stigmatize the program, because if we can't capture all kids, this isn't a program just for the free and reduced or the economically disadvantaged. It's a food program for everybody. If those people don't participate, especially the paid kids, then it sort of stigmatizes the whole program, and we don't want to do that. So I think these things are important that we have. And I think we need to continue, and this is just part of a great program, being able to have these things on our line for the kids.